today we are in Colorado Springs with our coach, Mike Durner, and we are heading to the Carmichael Training Systems headquarters to do some bike fits. This is partially because of my knee and also partially because it's a good thing to do since we got basically all new bikes this year and the geometries are a little different. So we're gonna do that and take you guys along for the ride. Got it. The old trying to get all the bikes through the door. All right.
So this is our coach Mike, who you've heard us curse once or twice during our interval sessions. And he has to put up with us, so he's obviously a good guy. This is the CTS testing room. So the closest thing we have is the bike for VO2 and lactate threshold testing, and then a treadmill for doing the same thing but running, which Sid and I don't do.
Okay, it's for suspects.
It's for suspects, that's right. And then over here is the bike fit station.
The first thing we're gonna do is put a new saddle on my bike because the saddle that came with this bike was not a women's saddle.
It's not a happy Sid butt saddle.
Extremely uncomfortable. So these things are very important. So got the road version of the ergon saddle that I've been riding on my mountain bike. We're gonna try to start this process somewhere in the ballpark. I have not ridden this bike at all. That saddle angle is not good.
Saddle angle.
So I've been learning a lot about saddles actually because I went to Ergon's Tech Talk, and apparently women are way more like flexible in the pelvis. So your pelvis like tilts forward more, which is why like most women run with their saddle like slightly less than level. But this saddle, because it's designed with that in mind, at least according to the brochure, you should be able to run it level and it should be comfortable. Fun facts.
Fun facts.
About pelvic regions.
That looks pretty good.
It does look pretty good. It probably would have looked even better had I put the level on there the right way and not upside down. But that's the great part about levels is they work even upside down. They're far more efficient than human beings.
No, we don't work that well upside down.
It's pretty close.
We could probably start with close for right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we can start with close. And the object of today is to get better than close.
This thing did not like us, and then Clayton came in here and was just like wham,
I
bam.
have a very special relationship with this.
Yeah, he's done this before. Oh, that's how you zen the handlebar. It's a good thing we have Clayton here.
Save the day.
Wow, it looked a lot more like a bike that time, guys.
You should have seen the Frankenstein machine we
Yeah, so sometimes the wheels, when they get messed up, it'll throw the thing way off.
I think I messed up the rear wheel and threw it into like
It just
recumbent mode. You ride recumbent.
Dang, thanks Clayton. That took you as long as it took us to do just the wheels. All right, we're matching Sid with
Clayton was not kidding
this little guy right here.
when he said that these stick really well to clothing. I either raced or did an entire Leadville camp day, which is essentially 8 hours, with these stuck to my hips one time.
And they didn't come off.
No.
Wow.
It was like on the hip, and so I couldn't really see it. Gonna poke a little bit on your hip. Try to find that, like the greater trochanter.
The greater what?
And so when you fall on your hip, that thing that hits first and hurts.
Okay, bony.
Bony part.
The top of the bony bone.
Yeah. Right there?
I don't know.
No, it's not the like. It's not that. It's like if you fell over.
A crest up
okay.
here, and then what I'm looking for is like the very top of the femur.
I think right here, try there.
Right there. Okay. Yep.
What was it called, Mike?
The greater trochanter of the femur.
Greater trochanter.
Yes.
Sid will be cantering with her greater trochanter.
Greater trochans.
Greater trochans.
The clan of the greater trochans. Trying to arrange these to make sure the camera will see them all. Unlike an old school bike fit, you're gonna be pedaling for this one.
Okay.
And we'll probably have you like go through some different intensities.
Okay.
You can go ahead and start pedaling easy.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my God,
She's
look at the
moving.
thing. I'm like a dot person.
Yes.
Sid's a dot person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if we can see it over here, so I'm out of the way of
See
the
it on
camera.
here. So Sid.
Yeah, Sid the dot person.
Sid the dot person.
That's a lot of numbers over there.
Yeah.
So the green ones are okay.
Green is good.
Green is good. Yellow, we're close. And the good news is
There are no reds.
no reds.
All right.
Oh, that's shocking. What is white? A white is not applicable.
Yeah, white. There's
Doesn't have
there's
a-
no.
They don't have a
like,
range.
No range for it because everybody's so different. Your thigh length measures it
Just
based
measure it.
on the two dots,
Gotcha.
and like, okay, that's your thigh length. That's individual. It's a pretty slack geometry.
yeah.
For a road type bike. But that said, like you mentioned earlier, getting a little bit shorter stem.
Yeah.
You can do that,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be okay.
Cool.
Because then it would put you in a like a little more normal position for what you're used to
Yeah.
on a mountain bike. So based on
It feels
like,
a little low, so
knee angle, range, and maximum knee extension, flexion, we're close to the acceptable range. And that combined with the ankle, we're pretty close. But everybody's a little different. Everybody wants something
Mm-hmm.
a little more specific. And so Sid's like, it feels low.
So
We'll
we'll
go
raise
up
it.
a little bit.
Okay, and make
And-
sure that it's still in the range.
And then we'll have her pedal a little harder
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that it's still comfortable.
All right, so Sid said the saddle feels better this way, and the hand position feels better this way.
And then like, what I see on the screen is the knee tracking is a little tighter,
Okay.
but not so broad, and both up and down and laterally.
what is
Actually changed.
knee flexion?
So that's at the top.
So maximum knee flexion is
It's at the very top of the pedal stroke.
100.
And then extension is.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so I would expect that to go down. It went down 1 degree. I would expect that to go down a little bit based on raising the
Right.
saddle.
Yep.
Okay.
It's interesting that the extension didn't change.
So notice the angle change.
The angle.
The
Yep.
ankle.
Ankle range changed to 22.
Okay.
Ankle angle at the top went from 81 to 87.
Is that good? What do you want your
Well, there's not a
Ankle angle.
angle to be?
yes, but
So-
ankle angle at the bottom. We went from outside of the range to pretty close to the upper end.
Okay.
So basically, you weren't having to point your toes at all
Yeah.
when the seat was lower.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
and now you're pointing your toes more, which gets it into the range, whereas before you were
Okay.
outside of the range.
Yeah, we can slide our saddle
So
forward.
I'm thinking maybe tilt the saddle down slightly too.
Okay. So slide it forward, tilt it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. Currently, it's up 1.5 degrees.
So you were just saying that moving it forward essentially also moves you down because you're getting more above the bottom bracket, so that distance not going to be as far.
Right. So
Okay.
Since the seat post is at an angle,
Yep.
back goes further up that angle.
Okay.
Forward comes
Closer.
down that angle.
Okay. Got it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think like the big test for Sid would be let's ride this for a little while.
Yeah.
Make sure that it doesn't cause new injuries. It doesn't aggravate anything
Yep.
that was previously injured, shoulders, knee. I'm really happy that she got that saddle and
Mm-hmm.
can make the points of contact as similar as possible.
Yeah.
And it feels better now that we've tilted it.
And
'Cause I think it was slightly tilted up, which is
Okay.
not great, but
and for you guys, I think the big thing is don't change shoes
Yeah.
because you're on a different bike.
yeah.
Don't change
Nah.
chamois just because you're on a different bike.
Yep.
Heck, I'm not even changing my clothes, Mike. I'm wearing baggies.
Exactly. Yeah, keep your contact points as similar as possible.
Okay. So how are things looking?
Look good. And like from a knee perspective, like they look very similar to the gravel bike that we just set up,
Okay.
which is good.
Yep.
Knee and ankle, they're all pretty much within a few degrees of each other
Cool.
from this bike to the other bike,
Awesome.
that's what we want to see. We can lose the brace for a few minutes. Like, we'll try to keep
My coach said it was okay, so.
You did not.
Coach said I could take
That's
off
the,
my
that's
brace.
the one that,
Yeah.
alright.
Just poke it right there. Macky, why are you starting with your mountain bike?
Well, I realized after you did yours, Mike and I discussed it, and we were like, well, if I did the mountain bike first, we could sort of have baselines, and then try to bring those over to the cross bike.
Cool.
Or
That makes
compare
sense.
it, since I've spent so much more time on the mountain bike than I have on the cross bike.
Thing on there without hurting your wrist.
It doesn't hurt the wrist. It's, yeah. I think I'm good to go. I should probably race next weekend, Mike.
No. No.
Dang it.
Mike, you want to talk a little bit about the importance of doing a bike fit?
Yep. So we do bike fits for a couple reasons. The first one being, let's get the athlete the most comfortable on the bike as we can. Because if we're comfortable, we can produce power. If we're uncomfortable on the bike, then it becomes pretty difficult to produce power for extended periods. I think for you guys, like, your power output is pretty short, the stuff that we really look at, but you might have to do a long transfer ride and do a 30-minute climb. But if you're uncomfortable at minute 6, because your
gonna be a long
position
30
is
minutes.
bad, it's going to be a very long 30 minutes. The next is injury prevention. A bad position could lead to some injury. How much did you spend on a bike, or how much does the bike cost? And then how much did you invest in your position on this bike?
Right.
And then the third one is, for you guys especially, like, you've been with Jamis for a while, but they're building you new bikes. So we want to have the position so that it's easy to transfer to the new bike.
Yep.
And if you ever change sponsors, again, easily transfer to a different bike.
So we can get used to it more quickly, basically.
Exactly.
How are Macky's numbers looking?
All right. Now, there's a lot of green and a little bit of
There's
yellow.
one yellow, 2 yellows.
Yeah. One of the reasons we're doing Macky's first is that he's in the opposite situation of you right now. Because of his wrist, he's having to ride his cross bike more.
Yep.
So we're looking to take the measurements from here over to there. And for you, we were like, we know your mountain bike's good. So we're
Yeah.
just gonna double check it.
Cool.
But we want to see how you are on that gravel bike to get you fitted for that.
Cool. How are these numbers looking?
So,
See more yellows.
yeah. So one thing we're doing with Mackey's, the first column is his mountain bike.
Okay.
The second column is this bike. The middle column is the difference. I think in general it's really, it looks good, and with everything being nice and close.
Yeah.
Like that. I'll
0,
wait.
1, 0, 1, 0, 1,
Yeah.
2.
2. Yeah. And on those, it's degrees.
Yeah.
So 1 degree is pretty
Not even 1%.
small.
It explains why this bike felt fairly comfortable when I got on and started doing intervals, so.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect you to just be like, that saddle height looks good on flat fine.
Just throw it on, it'll be fine.
Measured it.
I may have measured it.
Similar saddles.
Yeah.
Similar pedals. So yeah.
Cool.
Same shoes. Yep. Good stuff.
That took a couple hours, but I think it was really
Dialed
successful.
in.
Yeah, we got them dialed in. I'm pleased with how close my cross bike was to my mountain bike. So I
You
obviously
didn't actually move anything.
did
you?
a pretty, no, I didn't move anything. I did a pretty good job of measuring it the first time based on my previous numbers. But yours, it seemed like once.
It wasn't
like,
as hard to dial in as I thought. with
yeah,
this
and
bike.
once you
Thought it
moved
was
stuff
gonna be super
around, it
wonky,
seemed
but-
like it was really,
Yeah.
it was really
Seemed like it
good.
was
So,
pretty good, so.
yeah, a big thanks to Mike for making this happen.
Both of you just goes to show like, hey, you have a good feel for your body.
That's true.
You listened to it. You said, this is how my mountain bike's set up. I'm gonna get this close, and then we were able to look and see, yeah, it's nice and close, and
Yeah.
even for Sid, it wasn't massive movements.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
moved it like a centimeter maybe. Like it wasn't a huge deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we went up about a centimeter, and forward
A centimeter.
a centimeter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
That's pretty good.
Small things.
Small things.
Compound over time.
But we're all a little bit loopy because we're starving, so we're gonna go to Chipotle. We're gonna use the Chipotle trick. If you guys haven't seen that, we'll link to it somewhere, and you guys can learn the Chipotle trick. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, don't forget to be more awesome.